I want them to know that I will be the hardest working candidate for them and that I'm here to listen to their concerns.
I'd like to go down there, and if I have to rattle the cage a little bit, I'm fine with that. I think we need to be more open.
The race for retiring State Senator Julianne Ortman's seat in District 47 is heating up as the candidates continue to debate and fight for votes. A big name in Minnesota politics is running, 29-year-old Jake Coleman, son of former United States Senator Norm Coleman. Jake Coleman says his father has had less of an influence on his campaign than what many may assume.
If I would ask him a question, his response would always be, "That's very interesting, Jake. What do you think?" Well, I know what I think, Dad. I'm looking for a little bit of the experience here. But in doing that, I think he really helped me because it gave me an ability to make this race my own and to put my own team together.
Jake Coleman studied law at the University of Minnesota and worked for United States Representative Erik Paulson. Coleman says he is passionate about tax reform and transportation, as well as engaging the next generation of voters.
And I've found since I got into this race that I think I have a unique ability to help encourage and reach out to and attract those two types of voters and bring them into the party and bring them into the voting booth.
Coleman's contender is 61-year-old Dr. Scott Jensen, owner of Catalyst Medical Clinic. Jensen says his passions include healthcare reform and education, as well as creating more openness in government.
I think the public needs to know what the benefits are of being a legislator. How long do you have to serve before you're eligible for some sort of a retirement plan? How much money are you really getting? I don't think there's enough openness in politics.
Coleman and Jensen appear to see eye to eye on many issues, but try to distinguish themselves from one another based on how their experience will enable them to lead.
Regardless of how much agreement he and I might have on the issues. I've lived here 30 years. I didn't claim the values of this area. I lived them and learned them by being people's neighbor, by being people's doctor, by teaching Sunday school to the neighborhood kids.
I've spent the last 4 years working in Congress with Erik Paulson, who is currently the only member of Congress to have passed a substantive repeal of Obamacare. I understand what it takes to move good legislation through a gridlock and partisan system, and I'm the only candidate here who will be ready on day one to effectively represent the people of Carver County.
The endorsing convention is March 19th, and both candidates have agreed to abide by the endorsement. Subscribe to Alpha News as we continue to cover this race and bring you campaign coverage throughout the state. Thank you for joining us. I'm Julia Erynn with Alpha News.